I hope everybody is audible.
Hello. Are we
Hello.
live?
Yes, I
I hope
suppose
you
we
guys
are
can hear
live.
me. There's a lot of stuff going. The garage is about to be blown away by a freaking tornado or something. So you'll have
I'm
to
back.
excuse us if we're a bit choppy. I almost heard you facing reality.
Yeah,
Hey,
sorry, I had to
Marcus.
go to the bathroom. So,
Howdy.
All right.
howdy, what
It's a
up,
good
man?
thing you. It's a good thing you muted yourself, so you didn't do the old RG3.
No. So, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Can't
Oh man,
say I'm
Good.
doing fine.
it's so like we've had 2 days of thunder. Man, it's so freaking hot, humid. I'm sweating. I stink like a pig. It's a good thing this is like picture only, no television. You guys would not like it. How's it going, Marcus?
Oh, good. I just figured I'd take a little bit of a break. I just working on supering all of the hives that I got down here now. So figured I'd take a little break, talk to you guys for a minute.
There's a lot of stuff going on with the internets now. It looks like. Hopefully, we can struggle through this. Davin
Yeah.
can't see you at all. Marcus can't hear you. I don't know what's up.
I'm on mobile and I show up just fine.
I got mobile internet and it's working pretty good, to be honest. It's not the fastest internet I ever had, but I mean, it works.
I'm on mobile as well.
Hey Marcus, you're coming in like 2 days, right?
I will leave tomorrow morning.
He's coming tomorrow.
Oh boy,
Yep,
oh
I
boy.
gotta get all the bees moved here today out of the staging yard and get them ready because I'm gonna be gone for a few days.
Yeah. And so we'll be down at that conference that Maddie Allen's having in Austin. I told Marcus to bring his bathing suit because I haven't been to a spring pool in a while, so I'm going to make sure to drag him over to one of those.
I don't
Nice.
recall the last time I went swimming.
Hilarious.
Oh boy.
Facing, how is your new place?
I'm loving it. Yeah. Really
I see you
enjoying
like
this way of life. Yeah.
relaxed in that in that I don't know what to call it. We call it wife beaters around here, but that ain't right.
Oh really? I think we call it a tank top over here or something.
That's what it was I was searching for.
Yeah.
So, what are your activities right now to get everything formulated?
The first weeks it was primarily setting everything up, knowing where is what, getting your groceries, getting everything unpacked, making sure that everything is set up. Still two things we need to arrange, but that's small details. And now we're slowly starting to get busy on the garden. So we now made um, compost around we got 4 fruit trees already on the property. So, but it's all barren. It's been neglected for years and years. So we even had to cut down some trees. They were completely taken over by mold and dried out and dead. So, and now surrounding the fruit trees, we are making the compost. So directly composting around the tree. We created a circle and let that compost and pile up. And then we're going to use the guild method for the fruit trees and create a medicinal one, a flower one, and then hopefully create a natural ecosystem. And I'm planning on making a waterfall and a natural stream down to a natural pond, trying to create an ecosystem within the bigger picture, hopefully.
How has the moisture been in the area while it is that you've been, moving from one place to another. How's the moisture at your new location?
It's fine. The house is completely from concrete. It's big, so it has a lot of thermal mass. So the building itself stays the same temperature pretty much the whole day. We don't really need air conditioning or heating for now. And if we know that we have a cold night, then we just open the windows during the day. It will warm up the house. And then by the time it gets cold, you close all the windows and it will stay nice and warm inside.
And you're inside of some hills, right? Not mountains,
Yes.
right? Okay, so you don't
Yeah, I'm
have
on-
any sunblock from mountains.
I do, but not much. So even though I'm not really in the mountains. I mean, 1,000 feet up, and we live on a slope, and the land is up a slope as well. It's probably west-facing slope, I believe. Yeah, I think so. And it's
So are
steep.
you able to see the morning sun? Or you
No.
have to wait for the morning sun?
Yeah, I have to wait for the morning sun, unfortunately. I can go up to the mountain, and then I have somewhat more access to the morning sun, but still no. I'm still surrounded by mountains. I'm literally in the middle of Portugal.
Something that Paul Wheaton has mentioned before is that if your plants freeze over the night, it's important that those direct sun rays don't hit it early morning, because that could cause a problem, and instead allow the medium temperature to melt that frost off the leaves before the sun actually comes around. So
Interesting.
that's a benefit, but like
Yeah.
I thinking
Yeah, I'm still observing how the land works and how the sun goes and moves around the property and trying to plot it out, knowing where is what. This is how we already located a perfect place for the composting that barely has direct sunlight and is pretty much always in the shade. So that is good for the composting, so it won't dry out.
Is there a place where you had an outhouse that, like back in the day? Have you
No.
identified where the outhouse was, I guess?
No.
Very interesting. Hey, Finbear, you wanted to share with us chickens hanging out. Have you done that yet?
No, I haven't. No, D-Rush is experiencing some internet issues, and he wasn't able to download it because we're streaming through his phone.
Word.
Yeah, but I don't know if you had a
I'm out and
the
about
chicken
right now.
on the swing. The chicken on the swing looked really happy.
Yes, yes, they did.
Yeah, yeah.
So everybody, that's
So what
over
I
in
did
the
was
Telegram chat if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, the chicken
Yeah,
on the swing is having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. So I figured they need something to do because they're gonna be inside for like half the day about. So I did a swing from just like a twig which was like yay big, and I just put some strings on the ends of it and stapled it to the ceiling. And me and my girl, we put two chickens on the twig, and they sort of got into it. And I think those are the two that are like always on there when I open the door, and they're like shaking their head. That's how they were swinging like back and forth, like really like the full distance. It was kind of funny.
Are you thinking about installing another one?
No, actually, I was thinking of making a seesaw. That'd be
Oh, that would be so
hilarious.
funny. So one interacts with
Yeah,
the other
you
on the other
opened,
side of it.
yeah, and they'd be on a seesaw like.
How about a hamster wheel?
Yeah, needs to be a big one though.
Yeah,
We're gonna set them up. Like before winter, I'm gonna build a small chicken coop into the cellar, because it's like underground. It's gonna stay above freezing. It has a window to the outside. It's just like a concrete cellar that has it has a water connection there. It has there's a sewer that takes any spills directly into the gutter of outside. So I'm gonna build a coop for them and do like really thick bedding. I'm thinking like 1/2 meter, so that's like 1.5 foot of bedding to them, like sawdust and stuff like that. And we're gonna keep them inside for winter. I imagine it's gonna be easier, because otherwise I'm gonna have to put them outside, and nobody wants to wake up in the morning when it's like -25 and go outside to feed the chicken. I'd rather just go into the basement and feed them there.
Very cool.
And I've been to these chats and chat rooms and whatever, and there are people in Finland who are already doing it. So I know that the idea is working elsewhere. So I should be able to whip that up before snow comes, which is not far away, guys. Couple of months, and it's gonna be
Damn.
snowy.
It's insane.
And it's getting dark.
probably never
It's getting
below
dark
zero.
already. I love it, man.
I love it.
I love it, man.
You're
I
crazy,
get to fall
man.
asleep in the dark.
Maybe we
you
can
come-
make you an artificial sun.
Which one?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it probably doesn't even get
but
below
man,
zero
it's
here.
been. No, it probably doesn't. No. Well, maybe since you're high up in the mountains, it might be that at some time really cold air comes down from like uphill from you, but that's probably gonna warm up still, so it's not gonna be below freezing over there. I would imagine.
I hope not. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
There are some things I really need to
Hello?
get used to.
Yeah, we hear you, D.
Garage.
What up, man?
Yeah. Is there an echo?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyways, just some housekeeping kind of YouTube housekeeping, saying hi to all the audience, House Owners Association, Vibra Finance CEO, Tin Top, and who is that? Seek 5555. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, man.
And I hope. I wish I could just edit the first half of the first 10 minutes out of the video. You guys are so boring. Like speaking about weather and what's like, who cares, man? Who cares? People join. At least try to make the first 10 minutes interesting. There is like, I see the analytics on the video. The average view duration of the video is around 12 minutes. That means people come in, watch for 10 minutes, and give up on listening or to the video. That's why our videos
Hey,
don't
man.
get suggested
Don't give
to
up, man.
people. Look,
Don't give
I'm
up, man.
okay. I'm okay.
I'm sure we can cut it down to 6.
Look,
Let's cut it down to 6 minutes.
I will try to do that. Like, and I am used to like streaming in front of zero audience as well. But that's not the point. Oh my God, so many things going on
So
right
many
now.
things.
What's
Yeah.
going on, man?
Like
It's been,
We're just
been
congregating
pretty
and having
lame over
fun.
here. What?
Buskill.
Do you wanna do
Yeah.
you wanna do you wanna hop on the pile of bodies and start complaining? Oh man, my bag is minus 50%
oh
off.
my man, oh
You better watch
man,
out or you'll get
it
clipped.
hurts me.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh? Uh, uh, uh,
People were
Making
mean
a
in
meme.
uh,
Twitter.
uh, that's why my camera is off right now. And hey, I'm used to people clipping
Oh,
my videos, like the golden mic stuff. Oh my god, it's okay. What I was just saying, I forgot. Now I'm
You were on a rant of some sort.
you had some. Yeah, you wanted to
yeah.
talk about
That's what
opossums.
happened.
He wanted to make the stream less boring.
Well,
Yes,
that
yes.
worked
That was a
immediately. You
thing.
got my
Uh,
attention.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so just so
uh,
that we're able to time stamp this for further reference,
Oh man,
Richard Hart was served SEC just a few days ago. Sorry, that was a coffee
I
grinder.
don't know. Oh yeah, that
uh,
was
Yeah.
horrible.
So just so that we timestamp this, let's see. Today is Wednesday, and 2 days ago, at the beginning of the week on Monday, SEC served Richard. And so for a long time, we've been expecting this because a lot of our influencers in the Hex community got subpoenas just like 8 months ago or so. And we know that Richard has been preparing for this. We know that Richard was prepared for this before even releasing Hex or even starting Bitcoin Hex, So everything's golden. But if you're looking at price charts, it's quite interesting right now. It's quite interesting. Um, what is it that, facing reality, what is it that Vibra Finance and your friends over there and yourself, what do y'all think about this?
We're pretty much loving it. I mean, it was bound to happen. We knew it had to happen. We were hoping for it not to happen, especially when the rest of the market was doing so well, looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum. We were hoping, you know what, maybe we don't get that final capitulation, but nobody escapes it. So now the band-aid is off. We can get it over with and move on. And from here on out, it's most likely up and to the right for the upcoming years. These are the times that you take advantage of the opportunity that is presented to you. I mean, we got in Hex pretty early on, but still it was almost what was it, the day 3 something. So, and we were already always discussing, oh, could you imagine buying the dip of Hex on day 33? Everybody was jealous about that day. Well, I got news for you. We're in that day. So take advantage now and fast forward 2 years, and it's going to be a completely different story.
Yeah, this is the true dip after
Yeah.
the launch.
Yep.
Repeated, yeah.
Yeah.
And it really looks golden for looking forward. I was on a meetup with the Austin Bitcoiners last night, and I couldn't express to them it's such a disconnect whenever it is that you experience something like this for the second time.
Yeah.
And really mature in the market. You can't relate it to, or you can't relay it to other people.
Correct.
What do you think about this, Duraj? If you're still there.
I was literally doing dances when I heard that Richard Hart was being sued
yeah.
by the SEC. Like,
Yeah.
I thought, damn, finally. This is gonna be the moment. I mean,
Well,
how many dollars and hours did we spend to get Richard Hart on the world stage? And no matter what we did, we could not get him on the world stage. And now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, the SEC does one post and we're there. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, SEC. You're
if you
far
guys
too
go
kind.
onto Twitter, you'll find that everybody's talking about us and our community, and they're talking about us so much that they're having to like almost like cover their tracks in order to like start new topics in order to
Yeah,
try to keep us down now.
I'm loving
But
it.
yeah, we're just
Mhm.
bubbling up in everybody's conversations right now.
Yeah.
So
And if there's somebody that could take on the SEC, it's gonna be Richard Hart and his team. So I'm
exactly.
really looking looking forward to this fight. I mean, we've seen him debate all the lawyers, all the so-called experts, one after the other. I want to believe this isn't a coincidence. He was probably lining this up for a long time. He
And let's
wanted to get,
encourage
yeah,
everybody to get out there on social medias. If it's that you're on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or whatever you're doing, get out there and talk to these folks inside of crypto, because some of the influencers are saying that this is actually a attempt to wrestle down Ethereum. Not only us,
yeah,
our community, but Ethereum in general, to take a larger stance against Ethereum in the future. So we need to be outspoken right now.
yeah. That's what they usually do within the legal system. Create precedents first and slowly build on those precedents and then get the big ones. It's an attack on DeFi for sure.
Yeah, speaking of that, then Uniswap has delisted Hex and Pulse, I believe. Um, but there are other things like Change Now that have. Is it Change Now? I forget exactly how
Yeah.
to.
yeah,
That sounds
change
political.
now.
Okay, so that one
Changenow.io.
has increased the listing of Hex, which is quite interesting. Um, so I wanted to timestamp that also. What were your thoughts, Daraj?
Well, I kind of expected a dip right around the movie launch. Uh, I didn't expect it to be this much, nor did I expect the SEC to be advertising the movie for us. Definitely going to be houseful now if
On
it
every
wasn't.
conversation, I'm going and tweeting afterwards. We have a movie coming out this weekend. A movie this
Yeah,
weekend. Trying to give people something to do if that's their lifestyle.
yeah, and definitely going to get eyeballs. And yeah, when you listen to Richard Hart, I think he will convince most of the people. And the thing is, we already like I remember the day Hex launched, Richard Hart going on against four other lawyers and
Yeah.
who's that Tony Gaze, like
Tony Vase, yeah.
and I like I and I remember it like feeling like it was a Royal Rumble, like one guy versus five, and he tossed everyone out. Like he had taken legal advice prior to launch of Hex, and definitely prior to launch of Pulse and PulseX. So legally we are very strong, but more than that, which crypto was sued by the SEC like properly. Look, everybody is walking free. Uh, who's that? The Celsius guy. He's walking free. He's like actually he should have been convicted of abetment of suicide. There were people who killed themselves because of Celsius. Uh, that's a different topic, but he is free. uh, Sam Bankman-Fried. He's free, walking free. They are
Yeah.
dropping charges against him.
Says so
XRP,
in his name.
Yeah.
XRP won their case. Uh, Ethereum itself got sued, paid, I think they paid some fine, but no, they were given free, clean sheet because they are decentralized. Then which other, like EOS got sued against slap on the wrist kind of fine. They tried to go against BTC itself, but they proved it is not a security. So I'm okay with it, but damn, it still hurts, man. It still hurts. We used to see red candle 40% in a day. Like it
Yeah.
still hurts. That
Yeah.
luckily none of my onboards are after me or talking, like, because everybody I onboarded are professionals. They have their own work life and they're busy with it. They don't even look at crypto prices. So I am fine in that way. But it still hurts. I like, just I'm trying to tell everyone that everybody's jealous of Hex OGs they got in very cheap. Well, yeah, this was the kind of time we bought where everybody
Mhm.
was against us. The price had dropped 95%. That was the bottom where we bought, and that's how we were able to capitalize on this. So, if you can buy it now, and I was mentioning it, I think a couple of weeks ago. Look, man, my my portfolio right after launch was looking a bit too good. I expect to see blood on the street, and we might see being able to buy at the sacrifice level where the whales were, or the rate the whales were getting for sacrifice. So this is the rate you, if you wished, you were able to get that rate what the whales got.
The
Yeah,
2.5
this is
bonus,
yeah, 2.5x bonus.
2.5 bonus multiplier for the sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the price if you, and now I can't show you the math directly, but if you buy like 10% of your original sacrifice, you kind of cover up for about 90% of the loss, kind of like it averages out big time. So yeah, DCA, and that's it, all I want to say. Fry DCA. So
Yeah.
same thing what Hex would is saying.
I've done the math before on stream and in spaces and stuff. Um, that was, our low of like 2.7 cents or something like that. So just pretend the price is at 2.7 cents, which it isn't. Um, and then also our high of like 56 or 54 cents. So if you were to buy $1,000 worth at the high and the low that I just talked about, then your average was just like 3.4 cents. So that's the power of DCA. Whenever you talk about viewing the prices right now, oh my gosh, there's so much speculation going on. I haven't even looked at the price in 2 days. Um, I just haven't really bothered because I'm more interested in seeing all the tsunamis that keep on coming and hitting the shores of Mexico. It's really, really interesting, guys, because if you're in it for the long haul and the world changes that we're we're talking about here, the freedom of speech and the freedom of movement, freedom of financial transactions, then it's really interesting to see everything moving around. If you're only interested in price, I feel sorry for you. But this, of course, this isn't over. Um, as far as my onboards, I haven't really figured out exactly my wording that I'm going to use yet. I haven't, packaged anything and sent it to them. Um, I do have a little bit of a troll um, who has shown up to the Permies.com website. And I know that he's a troll because he's only posted twice on that website. And it was Monday, the day that Richard was served, or at least the SEC tweeted out that they were going to sue Richard. It was exactly Monday that this guy posted a rebuttal to the things that I was talking about. So on the thread that I created for Hex Token. So if you go to Permies.com, Permies stands for permaculture, Permies.com, and you search Hex Token, you'll find the thread that I created back in the day whenever I was trying to give people my referral link for the Hex adoption amplifier before it even started. So if anybody wants to go over there and talk permaculture and finances at the same time and do that cool alchemist ninja stuff, I would deeply appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I
See,
covered a little
yeah,
bit of that on my other YouTube channel. That's Hex Futures. Sorry, go ahead.
no, yeah. See, everybody like tries to pile on top of when we are down. Like everybody like tries to. Yeah, we were already telling you this was a scam kind of thing. Like I remember like uh, you know I had the opportunity to attend a crypto meetup uh, in person in 2020, uh, right before the lockdowns. And talking about Hex at that time, it was like, I can't explain you. Like people, I, like look at you like you are a scammer. And not to mention that being the only Indian guy at the conference itself was a bit of a like uh, I was standing out like a sore thumb kind of thing. But after that, I never tried to promote Hex in a live event ever. But yeah, time will prove us right. That's all I can say. Yeah, but yeah, sorry, but I'm going to divert the topic a little bit because the title of the stream, uh, playing Possum. I wanted to discuss this on the last live stream. Uh, Now, playing possum is an American idiom. Can EcoBuilder, you are more equipped to explain what playing possum means because we don't have possums in the Philippines. I don't
And I have
think
a possum in my yard.
so.
So playing possum is just those things are like blind, aren't they? And they're blind, furry, large rats, basically. Um, they just halt in their tracks. But do they actually do that to pretend like they're dead and that they're a rotting carcass? I have no idea.
I have no idea either, but according to the dictionary, it means like it's trying to avoid a situation by playing that you aren't available kind of thing. And first of all, what you have in America are called opossums or opossums. I don't know how it's pronounced, but they are different from possums, which are found
Whoa.
in Australia, and both are marsupials. Means they have a birth pouch like the kangaroos. So they are different species,
Yeah, I know if we
and
run them over, typically there's babies inside of them.
so
So I didn't. Whenever we pronounce opossum, we just say possum. I didn't know that there
yeah.
was a different species in Australia. Had no idea.
I was I was searching the internet for a good video or topic to talk about regarding past possums. I already found an article like how they are significant ecologically. They they control the tick population, uh, plus and in general other pests. Mm. So the possums are awesome. That's why the term awesome possum.
Awesome,
I
awesome.
uh, but yeah, what I was saying was playing dead uh, is a tactic uh, to a strategy, which like there is a difference between tactic and strategy. That strategy is a long-term goal. Like survival is their goal, and playing dead to avoid predators is a tactic that is being used. And I like doing that, like avoiding certain problems and certain people, especially on the internet, is a good way to, you know, uh, uh, I keep getting distracted by the comments.
So
Uh,
there's a
so
you could block, right? Um, like what is playing dead on the internet? How does that work, Mr. Awesome Possum?
see, usually, what was I saying? Yeah, on the internet, like yeah, on
Read some of these
Twitter
comments
or
out.
I, yeah, let me see. Finbear is saying, yeah, playing possum is
Yeah.
playing dead. Yeah, that's what I do
Speaking
when
of
I see my opposite neighbor. Sorry,
Marcus and
go
Finbear are
ahead.
playing dead right now. They're just participating with the stream.
So sad.
Finbear is saying, I saw a beetle yesterday.
Hey guys, this is
Say,
absolutely random, but I would appreciate if you would send a letter to a house that you think would be interested in diversifying into crypto. This is a challenge to. Um, it's a challenge from me to you to gather your words in what you would say to someone about uh, finance, politics, where it is that we want the world to go. Richard being a pillar in this industry, I challenge you. I've done it, and I want other people to experience it. Thanks.
mm, I still don't like writing letters. I am trying to be like they call paperless is the way to go. Instead of if you can't like actually writing letters now is becoming a lost art. Like uh, e- even emails are now slowly like changing in their context. Like not context, content, like their the usual format is changing. Now people are using more internet lingo, but that apart, e- much easier challenge is just call your close friend and just talk up to him, not even about crypto, just in general, somebody you haven't spoken to for a long time, maybe just
That just sounds like
reach out.
mental health. I'm talking about outreach. I'm talking about crypto, baby.
I was already dyslexic as can be, so writing was never a thing for me, or reading. And now I'm in Portugal and it's a completely different language and I have no clue. So it's going to take a while.
Wow.
So for me to write to a neighbor now, yeah, that's going to be hard.
So I have a lot of things that I need to do. Um, but if I had infinite amount of time, I would go search Google Maps and I'd be on the road on Google Map and I'd just go from block to block and anybody who had a flag out in their like up at their front gate of their ranch maybe or um, off their house or a political yard sign or something like that, anything that gives me a little entry point. um, and Google Maps, it allows you to identify what the house number is that you're in front of. So I would create this list, or maybe as I went, I would write to these people, and so that's just been on the back burner ideas for me. But time just keeps on rolling, and I wish I
Yeah.
had sent those out a while back.
I did look at Google Maps from my area and I did locate a lot of bigger houses with a pool. So I thought, okay, here is money, there is money. Isolate more developed neighborhoods or with big houses. So yeah, I did look around and yeah, like you said, it's time.
Endurance is key, definitely. Good to have you back. We'll always be here, man.
Uh,
You can't see it, but I got the Book of Enoch on the mantle.
So yeah, you're just a week away from decorating that room, I guess. Raising your shields and your flags and your artwork.
Pretty much, yeah. Since we don't use the living room, we decided that the living room is going to be my studio or my area. So I'm
Wow.
now doing everything in the living room. So
Is
it's a
that
big house.
because like the living room is like kind of off to the side of the house?
Yeah,
Like the living
also.
room isn't connected to the kitchen, right? Like that's what we
No,
have
no.
here in the States
Well,
typically.
yeah, it is the door behind me to the kitchen. But funny enough, the kitchen is more the centerpiece of the house, especially in Portugal. They live completely different. So,
Do you have a big island in the middle of your kitchen or
no,
no? Okay,
no,
cool.
not yet. My wife wants it though. So, and the kitchen is big enough. I mean, this kitchen is bigger than my living room used to be. So,
Yeah, I always thought it was interesting. Whenever I was in grade school, and like my middle school friends or my high school friends and I would get together, we would always congregate in the kitchens. Um, and I guess like maybe it was the time period of the day we were interested in snacking, but it was the hard textures that you find in the kitchen that keep the energy high, and it keeps
mhm.
people either like people sit up on the countertop or they're standing, so it always kept the energy high.
Yeah, I mean, we have a dinner table in the middle of the kitchen, and the kitchen also goes to a porch where we sit a lot, where we can look over the mountains or down into the valley. It's beautiful.
That sounds wonderful. I
It
remember you were
is.
talking about going and seeing Famous at some point.
Yes.
Have you arrived at a date for that?
We're thinking probably September. I thought, you know what, let's drive there. But since there are other people coming to Portugal yet in September, I thought let's wait. Then we're all together, and maybe I had some contact with Markable, and he's still a couple of weeks in Portugal, only in August. So we are meeting hopefully within the next week or two, and then probably in September or October we're gonna do more things because more people will be here. Because it's still a 4.5 hour drive for me to Famous.
Which doesn't sound bad if you're texting.
No, no, exactly. But
So, are these
for
people
us, it's
coming
hard.
to Portugal to live or to visit?
Um, some to visit, some to live.
About half and half.
Yeah,
Okay. Sweet.
there's a lot of moving to Portugal. I didn't know it was that would be that much.
Yeah. Are they being influenced by Famous, or are they just
I don't think so. I mean, I wasn't, and I was
so?
close to Famous, so
So, do you think it's just straight up taxes, man? It's straight up property availability,
I think especially for the
crypto
Americans,
freedom.
yes. For me as a European, the difference isn't that big, to be honest. But for you guys, it's a big difference.
Mm,
I mean, you're literally capable
i-
of
i-
owning a
i-
multi-million-dollar property and don't pay taxes, as long as it's your first one and only one. So it doesn't matter how expensive it is. It could be multiple millions, could be 100 million. If it's the only house you have and your first house, you don't pay taxes. You only pay taxes on the second property. And yeah, we have somewhat low of income tax, and that's pretty much the only thing you pay. So you don't have taxes on crypto, you only have taxes that you generate as income from crypto. Then it's just income tax, and that's the only thing you pay. Yeah, and then your sales tax, but that's everywhere. But no direct taxation on crypto yet, or capital gains.
Sweet.
sorry. So I was reading this comment from Enoch. Eternity is a long time, which reminded me of a poem by William Blake, Auguries of Innocence. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and an eternity in an hour. Uh, the rest of the poem is not that good, but like these four words. So everything is in your head. How long eternity is, I guess, it that's what it alludes to. But
Well,
we
according to the
are,
scriptures, 600
uh,
years is young, so
yeah,
Y'all better watch out. I might start doing meditation streams.
into-
or yoga.
we-
Yoga's already been done.
yeah,
That's At some point, whenever no one was coming on stream with me, I did a yoga stream. It's like week 30 or something.
I think I was there, like you were doing those poses on your. Yeah, I think I was there, like watching it, but I can't remember. It's there in the playlist, I guess. uh, Anyways,
Got quite a
I'm
bit of
running out of
views.
topics.
In comparison, it got quite a bit of views.
Yeah, you got
So
people search for they are shown
I think
randomly
the
these.
I think the ladies came around. That's what it was.
Maybe.
But hey, I've got great things to report for like people who have back problems. I have pulled myself out of a hole. So if you have kids and you're about to send them to college, don't get them stuck on the dorm food because that stuff is really, really unhealthy. Even though it seems like it's necessary, we need to find some other option because that shit it destroys somebody for their first few years out of there.
Yeah. And the school itself fries your brain. You come out a zombie.
I ran across a tweet. I think it was somebody was like, "I'm going to send my kids to Facing Realities University. I'm not going to put them in public school."
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but them, they probably would be better off, yes.
Finbear, it looks like your head is
Fuck
ill
it, man.
proportioned. It looks like your head's swollen.
This fucking sucks, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on. Can you hear me?
Sorry. Yes, very well.
I have no idea what's wrong with it. I suspect it's the thunder. So I'm sorry I had to hop out. Nobody wants to see me skip on and off. We already have D-Raj, and he had something to like actually say. He had thought about things already, and I was just winging it.
D-Raj, do you already know what you're going to do for our outro?
Our outro is fixed now, like the Hexico. uh, so nothing else I have planned for. See, I'll give you the math. Like I expect 4 people to join the live stream, so I expect everybody to get 15 minutes of fame. So I prepare for 15 minutes of my part. Rest is up to you guys. I don't plan much on anything else.
So I have been twisting Trap Gravity to do some videos of like the members of the Hex community to highlight them and stuff. And I wanted him to do a video about like pumping Hex. I wanted to like, hit the Hex adrenal glands in each individual. And so he's working on that right now. And right after that, I will twist him into making something for us for the Hex Guild. So I'll keep y'all updated, or I'll bomb you with this video that he'll come out with, and then maybe it'll be something that we could use for the intro outro. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we've said quite a lot of funny shit over the past, soon 100 episodes.
Well, like
Yeah.
always, if you think that something should be on that, please make it easily available. You know, like share it recently with us so it's easy to mine. You do the mining, and we'll look at it. That'd be great. And now we lost. Okay,
Yeah, I'll try to see.
good deal. I started freaking out.
Oh, he's back.
Who's behind the wheel?
Hit the brakes.
An HOA gave me a Telegram message earlier that saying that he had just gotten another package from me. You know, business cards, stickers, those sorts of things. If anybody wants those sorts of things, what is available is on my Twitter feed, and I'll send that stuff out for free.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, I got my packet as well. I freaking love it, man. Those stickers
Same.
and the magnets are like beautiful.
Superb. And then
Yes,
also like
indeed.
the way that the design can be, you know, let's work on an evolutionary design. You know, I'm not set in my ways or anything like that. If you guys have any ideas to better the stuff, better communicate it, please let me know. And
Yeah.
right now, everything points to Hex and Richard. You know, like I'm not pointing to Pulse Chain. I'm not pointing to Hex guilds. You know, like those are a little bit divisive. Instead, I'm trying to get people from point A to point B. Point B is Hex, is Richard.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of people who have completely forgotten to talk about T-shares. There's a lot of Mexicans out there who don't talk about staking at all. When I got into this shit, I figured by myself that the greatest thing I'll ever do is when I end my 15-year stake. And then I thought to myself, when do I want to stop doing it? I figured never. So I'm only restaking 15 years whenever I do my stakes. And everybody who doesn't understand how staking works needs to get their head out of their and
Yeah.
start really thinking about what the fuck they're doing.
So I started playing with this idea in my head of like, okay, if our cycles are going to happen in crypto, then like maybe the next thing that's going to happen is like people are going to start trying to like snipe the top with their stakes. So it's like once we experience the next full bottom recognized or full top recognized, then people might like try to exact that top, and so they might be a little bit early, they might be a little bit late, they might be on time, but like rolling stakes might be a game that some people are doing. And what I mean by rolling stakes is not doing the maximum amount of 15 years and the maximum amount of interest and rate and all that stuff, and instead they might start, you know, just the people that want to play a game, you know, and I'd hate to be on the losing side of that. I mean, I'm gonna definitely, me myself, I'm not playing this game, but I think that like going forward, as we become more recognized in the crypto space, that might be a game that people are gonna start playing by like, okay, I'll give in to Hex, but I'm not gonna go in for too long. Instead, I'm gonna try to just capitalize on the top of the next bull.
Yeah, you saw that already in the previous one, but I did the first stakes that I did was according to Richard, do it at least for 2 or 3 years, and then you'll be fine. And this is how most of us probably started. And then shortly after, same as what Finbear said, once you realize how powerful it is, you thought, wait a minute, what if I just do at least one 15-year stake every year? 15 years from now, I will be having a 15-year stake every year. Why not do that 4 times a year? So I have a quarterly stake. Doesn't have to be a
Yeah.
big one. But
I'm
15 years
jealous.
from now, yeah, you got a 15-year stake coming every quarter. That's freaking epic.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I'm
have to be a big
jealous of
one.
all the people who
And what
do
if
it
you
quarterly
die?
instead of
What
by
What if you
yearly.
die, guys? What if you
Then
die?
my kids are gonna be
Your
really
kids,
happy.
your kids have 15 years.
Exactly.
Your kids have 15 year stakes. Your
hmm
estate doesn't have anything to tax. The government doesn't know they exist. Nobody knows where the
hmm
keys are. You're gonna have the happiest fucking widow in the country.
Probably, yeah.
Or the depends on who gets the seed words.
So should I
We
put
were
that on a
just
card or a
talking
T-shirt?
about
Happy
this.
widows.
Yeah.
Hex makes happy widows.
Ah, that's a good slogan, man. Happiest widows ever. Hex Cruise.
Be a man.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Taraz,
Everybody thinks they're not
So,
gonna live. Everybody thinks they're not gonna
outro.
live for 15 years. But you are.
hmm Yeah, outro.
Yeah. The show's over, the monkey's dead. It's
The
time you
vision
go
is
home.
to create
The
the
possum
dream
is
community,
faking.
a
Outro.
retreat center, eco-village, sports facility, festival ground, to just freely create the most beautiful place on earth.
So I'm taking on my biggest project ever, and I'm looking for the right people to embark on this journey with me. Thus far, I've been investing the amount of resources I have into this, and together with a small team of dedicated people, we've been able to get water access, electricity is being set up, and the first bungalow is due to be finished in a couple of weeks. And that's just the beginning. And Zanzibar is the perfect place to do this. Both because it's the most stunningly wonderful tropical exotic paradise, but also because there's so much potential to help the local community who are craving to enjoy the same opportunity as the rest of the world. Like proper co-working spaces with computers connected to the internet, professional sports talent development centers, a proper waste management system. There will be retreats, workshops of different kinds, movie theater, lookout tower, basketball court, tennis court, football court, and natural coral rock pools, sustainable agriculture, music studio, podcasting studio, acrobatic park, yoga platforms. You know, a place to develop talent and creativity in all shapes and forms. In a free place in the middle of nature, in tune with earth, you know, as it should be. It's about giving value, it's about seeing the value we all inhabit, and it's about creating a new beginning in a society where we've forgotten who we are. I believe the future is held by those who come together in love, who understand that we are so connected, that we ultimately are one, and create from there, from the grassroots, where we have decided our own rules.